Sri Gurubhyo Nama children, welcome to online session. Already we are discussing about the chemical properties of alkanes. Yesterday I have started with free radical halogenation. I started about halogenation, I told about halogenation, what are halogens, why fluorine is highly reactive when compared to chlorine, bromine and iodine, and we have seen the reactivity, how it varies with refers to fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. With fluorine, the reaction is highly explosive. With chlorine, I have started with the presence of sunlight. With bromine, I need heating, whereas with iodine, I need heating as well as catalyst. And after that, I have started with chlorination in the presence of sunlight, where methane undergoes chlorination. I got different products. So I got methyl chloride, methylene chloride, chloroform and carbon tetrachloride. So many polyhalogen derivatives I got from the halogenation reaction. The next one I have told the mechanism, free radical mechanism. Usually halogenation reaction occurs by free radical mechanism. I told about free radicals which are formed by homolytic cleavage. So what is homolytic cleavage? Bond will cleave in such a way both the species will share the electrons equally, and I have started with methane and chlorination, where chlorine molecule undergoes cleavage in the first step, which is a chain initiation step. So this chlorine free radical added with methane step by step. So every consumption of chlorine free radical leads to the generation of chlorine free radical. So finally we have seen chain propagation step and chain termination step, where in the chain propagation step so many polyhalogen derivatives are obtained by free radical, what is that free radical mechanism. The last step we have joined the free radicals, thereby giving chlorine gas, methyl, what is that, ethane molecule from methyl free radical and methyl chloride. Up to that I have concluded the halogenation. Then I have started with combustion, where combustion is nothing but burning. For burning I require oxygen. So even in combustion we have seen two different types of combustion: complete combustion, incomplete combustion. What is complete combustion? Alkanes undergo, what is that, reaction sufficient supply of oxygen. And what are the products we are getting there? Carbon dioxide and water. Already I told you these combustion reactions are exothermic reactions. What are exothermic reactions? Reactions in which heat energy is liberated. So yesterday we have seen that heat energy liberated is greater. We had a negative value, delta H value is negative. And I have told about complete combustion, where the products of carbon dioxide and water. In case of incomplete combustion, when alkanes undergo incomplete combustion, that is when they are not getting sufficient supply of oxygen, I got, what is that, carbon. This carbon is termed as, what is that, lamp black, which is used in printing inks, and apart from that water molecule is also produced. Up to that I have completed yesterday. Today we are going to start with some more chemical properties of alkanes. The third property of alkane is, we are going to say, is controlled oxidation. So the third property what we are going to discuss here is controlled oxidation. What is controlled oxidation? We are going to take only limited supply of oxygen. So what is controlled oxidation? What is that? Oxidation is actually addition of oxygen. Here we are going to take limited supply of oxygen. The reaction is carried over in the presence of a metal catalyst. What are the conditions here for controlled oxidation? I am going to take limited supply of oxygen in the presence of metal catalyst, because the reaction is slow here. So in order to initiate, in order to alter the rate of the reaction, I am using catalyst here. So we are going to take metal catalyst. The reaction is taking place at high pressure. So what are the conditions here? I need a catalyst. The reaction is carried over at high pressure. What is the condition here? Controlled oxidation. I am going to take only limited supply of oxygen. The reaction is going to carry over in the limited supply of oxygen. We are going to get different products under controlled oxidation. Okay. So what is controlled oxidation? Actually, alkanes undergo control oxidation, undergo controlled oxidation So what is controlled oxidation? That is limited supply of air or oxygen. limited supply of oxygen. Limited supply of oxygen is known as controlled oxidation. So, alkanes undergo controlled oxidation in the presence of metal catalyst. In the presence of metal catalyst. In the presence of metal catalyst at high pressure. So, we need high pressure. At high pressure, to give various products like alcohols, aldehydes and carboxylic acids. So, here what is controlled oxidation? We are going to use only limited supply of oxygen. Oxidation is carried out with limited supply of oxygen. What are the other conditions required here? We need to have high pressure. The temperature conditions are, the reaction conditions are, high pressure is required, controlled oxidation, that is limited supply of oxygen. The third one is we are going to start the reaction in the presence of a metal catalyst because the reactions are very slow here. So, in order to alter the rate of the reaction, we are using catalyst also. So, the reaction is carried over under controlled supply of oxygen. High pressure is required in the presence of metal catalyst. We can able to get different types of products here. We are going to get different types of products like alcohols, aldehydes and carboxylic acid. One by one we are going to see the reaction. So, I want everybody to copy down this. The next one we are going to talk about the first reaction. Methane undergoes controlled oxidation. So, I told the condition, I need a metal catalyst. What is the metal catalyst I am using here? Copper. So, copper is the metal catalyst I am using here. What is the pressure I am using here? 100 atmospheric pressure. 100 atmospheric pressure. What is the temperature condition? It is 575 Kelvin. So, what is that? What are the conditions required here for controlled oxidation? I need limited supply of oxygen. So, what is the catalyst I am using here? Copper is used as a catalyst and the pressure of 100 atmosphere is required at 575 Kelvin. The reaction is taking place. What is the product I am getting here? Methanol. I am getting 2 molecules of methanol. So, from methane I am getting methanol. So, what is my reactant? Methane. From methane I am getting methanol. So, there are 2 carbon here and here there is only 1 carbon, and when you talk about hydrogen here there are 2, what is that, 4 2s are 8 hydrogen. If I multiply by 2, okay. So, what can I get? 2 carbon getting satisfied, 4 2s are 8 hydrogen getting satisfied, there are 2 oxygen getting satisfied. So, in this reaction I am getting methanol as a product. So, methane is converted into methanol. This is the first reaction. Then the controlled oxidation, second one, same methane undergoes oxidation. What is the reaction condition? I am using molybdenum trioxide. Molybdenum trioxide as catalyst. So, what is the product I am getting here? Formaldehyde, aldehyde. I am getting aldehyde with the liberation of water. Methanol. I am getting methanol, which is an aldehyde. Aldehyde. See the CHO group, functional group, aldehyde. So, I am getting methanol with the liberation of water. We have to balance the equation. See, only 1 carbon in the reactant and product side, okay. carbon is balanced. What about hydrogen? There are 4 hydrogen. 2 hydrogen atoms are here, 2 hydrogen atom in water, 4 hydrogen got balanced. What about oxygen? There are 2 oxygen, 1 oxygen in aldehyde, another oxygen in water. So all the atoms are getting balanced. So what is the product I am getting here in the controlled oxidation? Second one, methane undergoes controlled oxidation in the presence of molybdenum trioxide as catalyst. So what is the product I am getting here? Aldehyde with the liberation of water. The third reaction under controlled oxidation, the same methane. We are discussing with the controlled oxidation. Already we have seen the first reaction. We are going to see the remaining reactions now. One by one we are going to see how the reactants are similar but the products are varying. So methane undergoes controlled oxidation. This is the second reaction. So here I am using the catalyst molybdenum trioxide. Molybdenum trioxide I am using as a catalyst. What is the product I am getting here? Formaldehyde with the liberation of water. Similarly, same methane undergoes oxidation with the, what is the reagent I am using here? Manganese diacetate. So, manganese diacetate is used as a catalyst here. So, what is that I am getting? I am getting here, what is that? Carboxylic acid with the liberation of water. Similarly, when you talk about methane, for example, a compound is coming like this, 2-methyl propane. So, this 2-methyl propane undergoes controlled oxidation. So, we are using the reagent KMnO4. We are using the reagent KMnO4. Oxidation is taking place. This oxygen is added here. So, what is that you are getting? So, your tertiary alkane is converted into tertiary butyl alcohol. So, we can get what is the different types of products, but the reactants are similar. Even though the reactants are same, methane in all the cases, we have taken the reactant is same, methane in all the cases, but in the last one I have written 2-methyl propane where KMnO4 is the reagent I am getting tertiary butyl alcohol. So, these reactions give the clear picture about the controlled oxidation. So, controlled oxidation means limited supply of oxygen we are using, we need a metal catalyst. Even though the reactants are similar, reaction condition varies and we are getting different types of products. So, up to this controlled oxidation is over. We are going to see the remaining in the next class.